Welcome to the second episode of our series, where we journey through the Middle Ages, a time of remarkable scientific discovery and intellectual growth. In this episode, we explore the lives and achievements of brilliant minds like Al-Khwarizmi, Iban Cena, and Nasir al-Tusi, who laid the foundations for modern science, mathematics, and medicine. Join us as we uncover how these medieval scholars bridged ancient wisdom with new ideas, shaping the world as we know it today.
In the 2nd century CE, there was a man who charted the heavens with remarkable precision and dedication. He meticulously mapped the stars like never before, creating a comprehensive guide to the night sky. His name was Claudius Tmy, an astronomer, mathematician, and geographer who lived in the vibrant city of Alexandria, Egypt, a hub of knowledge and learning. Ptolemy's groundbreaking ideas about the universe, encapsulated in his work the Almagest, would shape the field of astronomy for over 1,000 years, making him one of the most influential figures of the ancient world. His legacy continues to inspire astronomers and scholars even today. Ptolemy's most famous work, the Almagest, was a comprehensive treatise on astronomy. This monumental text compiled the astronomical knowledge of the ancient world and became a cornerstone for future astronomers. In this work, he proposed the geocentric model of the universe, the idea that the Earth was at the center of the cosmos, a concept that shaped astronomical thought for over a millennium. According to Ptolemy, the sun, moon, and planets all revolved around the Earth in perfect circular orbits. This model was elegant and mathematically sophisticated, reflecting the belief in the perfection of the heavens. Though we now know this model was incorrect, it was widely accepted for centuries because it could predict the movements of celestial bodies with impressive accuracy. The Almagest's influence persisted until the Copernican revolution, which eventually replaced the geocentric model with a heliocentric one, forever changing our understanding of the universe. But Ptolemy wasn't just an astronomer. He was a polymath whose work spanned multiple disciplines. He also made groundbreaking contributions to geography, a field that was still in its infancy during his time. In his seminal work Geographia, he created one of the earliest known maps of the world. This monumental effort compiled knowledge from various explorers and scholars, providing a comprehensive view of the known world. His map would serve as a reference for centuries, influencing countless cartographers during the age of exploration and beyond. Ptolemy's work laid the foundation for modern geography and cartography, making him a pivotal figure in the history of these sciences. Ptolemy's work on astronomy was so influential that it became the dominant theory in Europe and the Islamic world until the time of Copernicus, over 1,400 years later. His geocentric model, though later proven wrong, helped ancient and medieval scholars calculate celestial positions, develop calendars, and even navigate the seas. Ptolemy believed in a harmonious, structured universe where the Earth sat at the center of it all. While modern science has since replaced his theories with more accurate models, his meticulous work laid the groundwork for future astronomers to question, explore, and ultimately revolutionize our understanding of the cosmos. Claudius Ptolemy's vision of the universe may have been flawed, but his contributions to astronomy and geography were undeniable. By charting the skies and mapping the Earth, Ptolemy left an indelible mark on science and earned his place among the heroes of science. In the 9th century, a brilliant mathematician laid the foundations for modern algebra and introduced the concept of algorithms that underpin much of today's technology. His name was Al-Khwarizmi, a Persian mathematician whose work transformed mathematics and helped spread its knowledge throughout the world. Al-Khwarizmi's contributions to algebra and computational methods continue to influence mathematics and computer science today. Born around 780 in Baghdad, Al-Khwarizmi worked in the House of Wisdom, a renowned center for learning and scholarship in the Islamic Golden Age. His most famous work, Kitab al-Jabr, or the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing, laid the groundwork for algebra, a term derived from al-Jabr, meaning a union of broken parts. In his book, Al-Khwarizmi introduced the systematic solution of linear and quadratic equations, providing a unified approach to solving mathematical problems. His work also laid the foundations for algorithms, which today form the basis of computer science and digital technology. His contributions were so influential that the term algorithm is derived from his name. Al-Khwarizmi's development of algebra and his contributions to mathematics and computational methods have left a lasting legacy that shapes the modern world. His work continues to inspire mathematicians and scientists, making him one of the true heroes of science. Hey there, history buffs! Today I'm excited to take you on a journey back to the 9th century to meet a remarkable figure, Al-Kindi, also known as Al-Kindus. Al-Kindi was born around 801 in what is now Iraq, and he's often referred to as the philosopher of the Arabs. Why? Well, this guy was a true Renaissance man long before the Renaissance even happened. Al-Kindi dabbled in everything: mathematics, medicine, optics, and even music theory. Imagine trying to be the best at multiple disciplines today. Tough, right? But Al-Kindi did it, and he did it exceptionally well. One of his most significant contributions was in the field of optics. He challenged the then prevailing theories and laid the groundwork for future scientists like Ibn al-Haytham. He was also a pioneer in cryptography, coming up with some of the very first methods of encryption. Pretty cool, huh? But Al-Kindi's influence didn't stop at his own inventions and discoveries. He played a crucial role in the translation movement, a massive intellectual project where scholars translated Greek philosophical texts into Arabic. Thanks to Al-Kindi, works by Aristotle, Plato, and other Greek philosophers found new life in the Islamic world. This fusion of Greek philosophy and Islamic teachings paved the way for centuries of scientific and philosophical inquiry. Al-Kindi wrote over 260 books and manuscripts covering a vast range of subjects. His work laid the intellectual foundation for many scholars who came after him. So next time you think about the giants of scientific thought, remember Al-Kindi? He was a true pioneer who helped bridge cultures and advance human knowledge in ways that still resonate today. In the medieval Islamic world, Al-Razi, also known as Rhazes, emerged as one of the most influential physicians and chemists of his time. Born in 865 in the city of Ray near modern-day Tehran, Al-Razi's contributions were nothing short of groundbreaking. Al-Razi's work in medicine included significant advancements in diagnostics and treatments. One of his most notable achievements was the comprehensive medical encyclopedia, Al-Hawi, which remained a standard reference in both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries. His writings covered everything from smallpox and measles to the importance of mental health. Al-Razi's holistic approach emphasized both physical and psychological well-being, a concept far ahead of his time. In the realm of chemistry, Al-Razi was a pioneer as well. He is often credited with the discovery of alcohol and sulfuric acid, crucial compounds that laid the groundwork for future advancements in the field. His book, Kitab al-Asrar, or The Book of Secrets, detailed numerous chemical processes and experiments, highlighting his methodical approach to scientific inquiry. What set Al-Razi apart was his emphasis on observation and experimentation. He challenged existing medical and chemical theories, advocating for evidence-based practices. This scientific rigor made him a pivotal figure whose influence would be felt for centuries. Al-Razi's legacy extends beyond his scientific contributions. He was a philosopher and an advocate for education, believing that knowledge should be accessible to all. His life's work not only advanced the fields of medicine and chemistry, but also laid the foundation for the scientific method as we know it today. So the next time you think about the pioneers of science and medicine, remember Al-Razi, a true titan of his time. Hey there, history buffs! Let's dive into the life of one of the most intriguing figures of the medieval era, Al-Biruni. Born in 973 in what is now Uzbekistan, Al-Biruni was a true polymath. This guy wasn't just a jack of all trades, he was a master of them all. First off, let's talk about his contributions to mathematics. Al-Biruni wasn't just any mathematician, he was a pioneer. He worked on trigonometry, algebra, and even contributed to the early concepts of calculus. But his crowning achievement, accurately calculating the Earth's radius? Yeah, that's right. Long before satellites and space travel, Al-Biruni used the tools at his disposal to measure our planet, and he wasn't far off from the modern value we know today. Now, let's switch gears to astronomy. Al-Biruni was fascinated by the stars and planets. He meticulously observed celestial events, and was among the first to propose that the Earth rotates on its axis. Imagine that. In an era where many still believed the Earth was the center of the universe, Al-Biruni was out here making revolutionary observations. Geography was another field where Al-Biruni left his mark. He traveled extensively, documenting the cultural and scientific knowledge of every place he visited. His work, The Book of India, is a comprehensive study of the Indian subcontinent's culture, religion, and science. It's considered one of the most valuable sources of information about medieval India. And let's not forget about pharmacology. Al-Biruni authored extensive texts on medicine and pharmacology, detailing the properties of various plants and minerals. He even wrote about the preparation and use of medicines, bridging the gap between different fields of science. One of the most remarkable aspects of Al-Biruni's work was his interdisciplinary approach. He didn't just stick to one field, he connected the dots between different areas of study. This holistic view allowed him to make groundbreaking discoveries that influenced generations of scholars. Al-Biruni's dedication to understanding the natural world was unparalleled. He wasn't afraid to challenge established beliefs and seek out the truth, no matter where it led him. His legacy is a testament to the power of curiosity and the importance of a broad, interconnected approach to knowledge. So there you have it, Al-Biruni, the genius polymath of the medieval era. His work in mathematics, astronomy, geography, and pharmacology still resonates today. If you're ever in need of some inspiration, look no further than Al-Biruni. The world could use a few more minds like his. In the 11th century, one scientist laid the foundation for the science of optics and developed a method of scientific inquiry that is still in use today. His name was Ibn al-Haytham, known in the West as Al-Hazen. He was a polymath who made significant contributions to physics, mathematics, and astronomy. His groundbreaking work on optics and the scientific method earned him a place as one of the greatest scientists of the medieval Islamic world. Born in 965 in Basra, Ibn al-Haytham is best known for his monumental work, The Book of Optics. In it, he thoroughly examined the nature of light, vision, and reflection. Through experimentation, he disproved the ancient Greek theory that the eye emits light to see objects. Instead, he demonstrated that vision occurs when light enters the eye. This was a revolutionary discovery that laid the groundwork for modern optical science. Ibn al-Haytham's work on optics explored how light travels in straight lines, how lenses can bend and focus light, and how mirrors reflect it. He also introduced the concept of the camera obscura, which would later influence the development of the camera. Perhaps most importantly, Al-Hazen emphasized the importance of the scientific method: observation, hypothesis, experimentation, and validation, making him a pioneer of scientific inquiry. Ibn al-Haytham's contributions to the science of optics and his emphasis on experimentation and observation have made him one of the most influential figures in the history of science. His work continues to inform the fields of physics, mathematics, and astronomy, ensuring his place as a true hero of science. Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into the life and legacy of one of history's greatest minds, Iban Cena, better known in the West as Avicenna. Born in 980 in what is now Uzbekistan, Iban Cena was a true polymath. By the age of 10 he had already memorized the Quran, and by 16 he was practicing medicine. But medicine was just one of his many interests. He also delved into philosophy, astronomy, and mathematics, making him a quintessential Renaissance man, centuries before the Renaissance even began. His most famous work, the Canon of Medicine, was a monumental achievement. This medical encyclopedia synthesized ancient Greek, Roman, and Islamic medical knowledge, adding Ibn Sina's own observations and innovations. It wasn't just a book, it was the medical Bible for both the Islamic world and Europe for nearly 6 centuries. In the Canon of Medicine, Ibn Sina introduced groundbreaking concepts that were far ahead of his time. He recognized the contagious nature of diseases and advocated for quarantine measures to prevent their spread. He also emphasized the importance of clinical trials, an idea that forms the backbone of modern medical research today. But Ibn Sina wasn't just a physician. His philosophical work sought to harmonize reason and faith, influencing both Islamic and Western thought. He argued that knowledge should be pursued for its own sake, and that true understanding comes from a balance of intellect and spirituality. Ibn Sina's influence extended beyond medicine and philosophy. His works were translated into Latin and became standard texts in European universities. He was a bridge between the ancient and medieval worlds, connecting the knowledge of the past with the inquiries of the future. Even today, Ibn Sina's legacy continues to inspire. His life is a testament to the power of knowledge and the enduring impact of scientific inquiry. Whether you're a history buff, a science enthusiast, or just someone curious about the world, the story of Iban Cena is a reminder of the incredible human potential for discovery and innovation. So next time you think about the great minds of history, remember Iban Cena, the Prince of Physicians. His contributions laid the groundwork for modern medicine and philosophy, proving that the pursuit of knowledge is a timeless endeavor. Hey there, history buffs! Today, I'm diving into the life and genius of Omar Kaym, a name you might recognize from his poetry, but did you know he was also a brilliant mathematician and astronomer? Born in 1048, Kaym wasn't just a poet, he made groundbreaking contributions to mathematics and astronomy. Let's talk about algebra first. Kaym developed solutions for higher-degree equations, a significant leap for his time. Imagine working on complex algebra without the tools we have today. His work laid the groundwork for future mathematicians and still influences the field. Now on to his astronomical achievements. Kaym didn't just look at the stars for inspiration, he meticulously studied them. He worked on the solar calendar, creating a more accurate calculation of the year's length. This wasn't just a minor tweak, it was a precise reform that showcased his deep understanding of astronomy. His calendar was so accurate that it was more precise than the Gregorian calendar we use today. Can you imagine that? A work from the 11th century surpassing modern standards? Omar Kaym's legacy isn't just in math and astronomy. His insights into timekeeping and calendar reform have left a lasting impact. So next time you hear his name, remember, he was a multi-talented genius who contributed significantly to the world of science and beyond. Hey, history buffs! Ever wondered who paved the way for modern astronomy? Meet Nasir Aldine Alusi, a Persian polymath born in 1201. Al-Tusi was a genius who dabbled in many fields, but his groundbreaking work in trigonometry and astronomy truly set him apart. He developed what's known as the Tusi couple, a geometric model that later influenced Renaissance astronomers. Imagine this, a small circle rotating inside a larger one, which helps explain the motion of planets without relying on complex epicycles. Mind-blowing, right? But wait, there's more. Al-Tusi didn't just theorize, he built. He established the Maraghe Observatory in 1259, which was one of the most advanced scientific institutions of its time. This wasn't just a place to observe stars, it was an educational hub that attracted scholars from all over the Islamic world. Think of it as the Harvard of the medieval Islamic era. His contributions to trigonometry are equally impressive. Al-Tusi was one of the first to treat trigonometry as a separate mathematical discipline. He wrote about spherical trigonometry, making calculations easier for astronomers mapping the heavens. His work laid the groundwork for future mathematicians and astronomers, bridging the gap between ancient and modern science. So next time you gaze up at the stars, think about Nasir al-Din al-Tusi. His models and mathematical innovations are the silent architects of our understanding of the cosmos. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible figure, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the minds that shaped our world. Thanks for watching.